So before the world had a chance to know who Lamine Yamal is, before we were first exposed to this kid, I had France winning the 2030 World Cup and acquiring. Zidane's going to coach them. So basically, Deschamps is going to coach out the World Cup, and Deschamps is going to leave, and Zidane is going to take over. But now, ever since the emergence of this young superstar, Lamine Yamal, who already has won the Euro, there's a huge possibility that we can see Spain win the 2030 World Cup. For one, Spain is one of the hosts. It's been a while since a host country has won the World Cup because if you go all the way back to the previous World Cups, Qatar hosted it. Qatar is obviously not good. Russia hosted it. Russia is not good. Brazil hosted it in 2014. Brazil lost in the semifinal. South Africa hosted it in 2010. South Africa's not any good. Germany hosted it in 2006. Germany wasn't any good. Uh, Korea and Japan. Oh, well, Japan got better over the years. Japan and Korea hosted it 2002. No Asian country has won the World Cup. France hosted it 1998. They lost the final to or no, yeah, the last country to win the World Cup as a host was uh, was France, and so um, we potentially may be able to see the trend break potentially in 2030. Lamine Yamal must be highly considered. How old is he today? Is he 70? So wow, he'll be 19 years old at America. Mbappe won as a teenager, but it is always my view that South America is going to win the next World Cup. The South America is going to win it for Pele. Now, how you look at it, is it Pele's home country, Brazil, or is it the Argentina four-peat across all major competitions, the Argentina repeat? I still like Messi to win across the street from where Pele played his last match. If not Argentina, then Brazil. So that's the question for 2026 is regardless if Argentina win it or not, I like South America to win the World Cup. You think about Mbappe saying that South America's not advanced, they're not good, they're not developed like us Europeans. I do like France to lose two straight World Cups to a South American team. Now they lost against France, or no, they lost against Argentina. And so I do, if France and Brazil play again, I do like Brazil to beat France in 2026. But 2030, what I like about it, obviously, is the fact that Espana's gematria of 20. And when I think about Yamal, I think about 2-0 in the World Cup final for one. It would be 23 prior World Cups. Yes, Spain is hosting, but also Spain could win again. And I think it's Africa's Gematria 29. So World Cup qualifiers ending in 2029. That's how I explain Africa. But if España is 20, then Spain could win 20 years after 2010 very easily. So for me, between France and Spain for 2030, and Brazil is going to have a scripted World Cup win at Saudi Arabia. That's my humble opinion. Obviously, is I'm projecting Brazil to win 32 years later because of Brazil having Gematria 32. And I need to relook the video on Brazil. Uh, we looked the video. Obviously, they announced Saudi Arabia was hosting 2034. I forgot everything. Sometimes I do videos like over a year ago that sometimes I just make them too long ago, and so much stuff is occupying my mind that I have to go back and watch it again. But as far as a host country goes, Zidane was the star of 1998. So if a host country does win again, um, it could happen. Uh, 32 years later. Zidane is Gematria Spain, by the way. If he does coach France, so no matter what happens, Zidane is going to coach France. He is. France is going to fail to make it to the semifinal. They're going to have. I can't. France's standards is going to the semifinal, to the final, having the chance for the trophy, but they could lose in the quarterfinal, maybe round of 16. So they they've obviously regressed in the Euro, so it's hard to see France making it to the semifinal of 2026. South America is going to win 2026. My first choice is Argentina. My second choice is Brazil. Argentina are still great. Julian Alvarez is going to do the work. Everyone in Argentina, they're still a great team. They're on top of qualifying groups. Argentina defeated a team on a 28-match unbeaten streak, Colombia, without Lionel Messi on the pitch, still finding a way to win. Without Lionel Messi, Argentina are here to stay after what we've seen in the Copa America final, that Argentina beat a team that has won 28 consecutive matches unbeaten and defeated them without Lionel Andres Messi on the pitch. That right there shows that Argentina is here to stay. And you've seen what Argentina can do without Lionel Messi on the pitch, that this is still a great team. But you have to consider the kid Yamal, because he's going to have a scripted World Cup victory. You imagine he is going to have a scripted World Cup victory. It's going to come. It's going to come. They're already promising this guy. He's a golden child. He's going to have great things. So basically, he was given the Euro. He'll be given the Champions League with Barcelona. It's still to be determined. I like Barca to win this year. Of course, I have questions about Barcelona's defending. Their finishing is very, very bad, but Barcelona must find a way to do the dirty work in the midfield and do a better job of defending. But Barcelona, the script could be in for the former Bayern striker, the former Bayern coach, to win at Munich. This is my view. Just think back to Thierry Henry making to the final at France in Arsene Wenger's French. They made it in 2006. You think about Gareth Bale made it to the Champions League final. He's from Wales. Real Madrid won the three-peat, I think, or the 2 of 3 straight titles over at Cardiff, Wales against Juventus, and Gareth Bale was from Wales. So these kind of things are definitely scripted. You think about the 2003 final played at the stadium of the Red Devils. El Diavolo of Milan won the final in 2003. El Diavolo, the devil, won at the stadium of the Red Devils 2003. So these Champions League finals are definitely scripted. I just happened to see Barcelona after that 5-4 win in Bavaria's Gematria 54. That's just too hard to ignore. That they could be planning something big for Barcelona to help pay for the debts, because the UEFA membership of representatives, they take care of their own countries. Roma almost had a stadium project approved. Roma made it to the semifinal in 2018 when it appeared that they were about to build a new stadium. Arsenal built the Emirates. They made it all the way to the Champions League final in 2006. The Champions League money helped Arsenal pay for the Emirates back in 2006. Tottenham Hotspur had a new stadium, and here they made it to the Champions League final of 2019, and this gave Tottenham extra money to help pay for the stadium. And now Barcelona have had to activate other levers to have more liquidity, having problems registering players. You figure they may have Barca go deep in this year's competition to help with the financial situation. The prior owners of Inter, they lost the club to Oaktree, but Inter did make it to the final in 2023 when it appeared Inter was on the brink of bankruptcy. So this kind of thing has occurred in the history of the Champions League of scripting the Champions League to help member clubs resolve their financial situations as far as bankruptcy or as far as their new stadium projects are concerned. That is how the Champions League has been rid in the past. 2028 is gonna be Brazil winning Copa America for Endrick's first trophy with Brazil, for Vinicius' first trophy with Brazil. Didn't he wear number 9? Who was it? Endrick was wearing number 9, and maybe Brazil wins the Copa 9 years after 2019 and 2028, maybe. Maybe that first trophy occurs near 6 years after Pele's death, probably. I think Pele scored 12 World Cup goals. If they win the World Cup 12 years after Pele's death, I think that explains it. I think it does. He scored 12 goals in the World Cup, and they could easily win the World Cup 12 years after Pele's death. Hendrick's a kid. He's a teenager. He'll still be in his prime. And when the kid is in his prime, then this guy's going to be wicked good when he's in his early 30s. So he'll be okay in 2034, because how old is the kid today? Hey, he's 18 years of age. He'll be 27 years of age when 2034. When he'll not even be 30. He'll be 27 when 2034 is around the corner. So he's not even like peaked in 2034. We have a long ways to go, but this shows you that Brazil is still going to be a force even in 2034. Vinicius will be 34 years of age in 2034, and of course, Brazil's last title occurred with the real Ronaldo, Ronaldo Nazario, the real Ronaldo, Ronaldo Nazario. Brazil win the World Cup 2034. Ronaldo Nazario, 32 years later, 2034. Carnival win at the Saudi Arabia and the Middle East, and in the Brazil win at the Middle East. Middle East don't share the values of Europe. I'm sure Middle East would want the World Cup rid for anyone other than UEFA winning in 2034, because they had the pride countries like Germany. They crashed out of the group stage the last time, and the others didn't make it very far. So yeah, I reckon Spain's probably going to win it. I think. This will be the 24th World Cup. The last time a European nation won, if assuming that Carnival wins in 2026, Russia's 24. Last time UEFA won, so I think that definitely 2030 is when you nail it by Confederation. Then UEFA is going to win in 2030. I like England to win the World Cup because England is Gematria 2030, and England's going to win in the year 30. I don't think so. I don't think so. How many times has UEFA made it to the final? Could the solve? Just think for a second. If Yamal wins at the Bernabeu at Real Madrid's new stadium, will they really let Yamal win at Real Madrid Stadium at the Bernabeu? Will they really let that happen? Or the most obvious script, and Mbappe wins at the Bernabeu, and that could be a curveball. That could be a curveball because the Bernabeu is going to host the final in 2030. But then Spain could have other Real Madrid players on the team. It seems like they have more Barca players nowadays. Hey, Real Madrid, Spain, Mbappe, the Bernabeu. That's where you have your connections to Real Madrid. It doesn't matter. They shook hands. Real Madrid and Barcelona. They shook hands. They got together. They won in 2010. Iniesta and Sergio Ramos and all these men out there. They got together and they played like a team. They know how to separate the club rivalry with their country. England, it was a little bit of a problem in the past of doing that. Wonder what the 13th UEFA nation to win is about. Again, a 16th appearance in the final for CONMEBOL. It's Santos, that's 16. Argentina, a 16-time Copa America winner, but definitely connects to Pele's career. New York, the 11th state, CONMEBOL can win for the 11th time in the World Cup. Respiratory infection is 115 in Gematria. Pele's death due to a respiratory infection in CONMEBOL can improve to 11-5 in the final of a World Cup. Does France tie Argentina, or does you know what? Messi is GOAT. I'm sure Messi's rooting for Yamal. It probably is Spain. It probably is Spain. If France do make it to the final 2030, they're losing against Spain. Les Blas is 23, Spain is 23. They'll fall to 2 and 3 in the final. If somehow they really have Mbappe lose to World Cup finals. It's I guess the one thing he hasn't won yet is the Euro, because Zidane won the Euro as a player, but he won both the World Cup and the Euro with France. Mbappe, Zidane lost the World Cup final through penalties. So did Mbappe. Now it's just the Euro trophy we're waiting for from Mbappe. So the Euro may happen in 2028. And if Zidane does win something, it probably is going to be the Euro. I'd probably go Euro. Has there been a confirmed day for the World Cup final of 2030? A 2030 World Cup. 2030 World Cup, let's go to that. July 21st is the last day. July the 21st. What's Yamal's birthday? So that'd be that'd be 8 days before his birthday. He's number 19 Yamal after 19 prior World Cups. Let's see. After 19 prior years, then the Spain's gonna win. That's the number 19. Hey, Yamal's dad is from Morocco, and Morocco is one of the 3 host countries, right? Morocco is one of the host countries, so this World Cup is going to be scripted. It's going to revolve around Yamal. His dad is from Morocco. Morocco is one of the hosts. It could be scripted for this kid to win in 2030. But yeah, as far as to 2030 goes, now I'd say it's Spain. I'd probably say it's Spain. Spain will tie France. Spain will tie France. That's probably going to happen. Yep, I think so. I think so.